It was basically about struggling with snacks at work and what to do for breakfast and not running, to the vending machine and grabbing a bag of chips or something convenient when you get hungry at work, and just kind of how to prepare and have things available, which is a great question. And I think something that a lot of us struggle with. So I'm going to share a little bit of what I do when I go to the office, because it's saved me and saved time. And I've gotten other people to do it, some of the nurses and whatnot. And it's pretty easy. So I don't have access to a refrigerator. And so what I tend to do is pack a lot of dry things that aren't going to go bad. I shouldn't say that. Some days I do have access to a fridge, but not every day. So this is what I've done and it's worked. I have showed you guys before, but I really like to make my own trail mix. One, because it's cheaper, which is really my main motivation, because I'm too cheap to buy the pre-made ones that are expensive. But also it does tend to taste better and you can get a nice variety, which I really enjoy. So this is one that I made actually a couple days ago. This has a mixture of, I think I've shown you guys this too, these two types of nuts. This is sea salt roasted mixed nuts, and these are unsalted roasted mixed nuts. So I like to mix the two because I find the salted is a little bit too salty. The unsalted is kind of boring. I like to have some salt. So by mixing them, I kind of get the perfect combination. And then I did a scoop of raisins in here, and I used a few dark chocolate chips, just to add a little bit of sweetness. So then at home, what I tend to do is just put a tablespoon in here, and this is just always in here. So this tablespoon belongs in this container. And then I'll grab, 3 to 4 tablespoons, depending on how full you make your tablespoon. It's also about a quarter cup, what I try to kind of keep in mind as a serving. So this is a quarter cup. You probably really can't get the true size of this from a video, but that's kind of how I think of my portions. So kind of like 3 heaping tablespoons or just 1/4 cup, whatever works for you. So you could do something like this and take it to work. I've also taken just these, clear kind of to-go containers that you get from a deli or a restaurant or something. And I'll fill this up and take this to work. And it should last me about 2 weeks, depending on how many days you're at work or whatnot, or what you're using it for, if you're having it as a snack once a day or twice a day. But then I'm just taking one thing for a week or 2 weeks as a snack, and it's super, super easy. The other thing you can do, I really like these. This is a stasher bag. Not sure if you can see. Oh, nope. I don't want you to see me. I can't really zoom in on it. There we go. So this is a stasher bag. It's a silicone container, and you just can they seal them. They have a little zip system up top. This one's wet because you can put it in the dishwasher on the top rack, which is great. So I've had this for almost 2 years. They're kind of expensive. I think this one was $7 for one. But like I said, I've had this for 2 years. So it's definitely paid for itself because I'm not buying plastic bags and throwing them away. So it's also helping with, trash, which is nice. So these are great for more like single servings. I can actually get about 4 or 5 servings in here. And so I just kind of keep track. If I finish this after 2 days at work, I know that I am either not bringing enough fresh fruits and veggies and lean proteins, or I'm grazing too much, or something else is going on. So it kind of is an easy way to sort of help keep you mentally aware, depending on how much you're eating. The other thing I really like about making your own trail mix is, like I said, you can kind of change the flavors. So I am addicted to wasabi and soy almonds. So I like to make a spicy one, and I'll do this. A lot of times I'll add some Cheerios or a Chex cereal. These are unsweetened because that's just kind of what I like to have. Maybe I'll mix in some plain peanuts in here or some pistachios with this. I'll kind of get different flavors. I have another one. I've shown you guys my obsession with Trader Joe's nut mixes. This is an olive and herb nut mix. So I'll mix this with maybe one of these plain ones as well, which is really nice just to give your taste buds, a different sensation. This is another one that's really good, a sweet and spicy pecan mix. And so I'll mix these with just the regular roasted nuts, again, just to kind of get some different flavors. You could add sunflower seeds. It's nice to get like a variety of nuts because nuts have different vitamin and mineral profiles, slightly different ones. So by doing different nuts, maybe some walnuts, you get different nutrients, which is essentially what you're after, right? Because the more nutrients you have, the better your overall diet. Then you can also mix it with some different dried fruits. This is some organic pineapple. The pineapple can be a little tough if you're earlier post-op, so I would kind of be cautious with that. These are unsulfured apricots, which are really yummy. These are a little bit dried out too because I've had them for a while, but those are good if they're not dried out a little early post-op. And then this is just some raisins, so you can mix that in, which is nice. The other thing to do is, this is what I always do for work as well, like on a Monday, I'll pack a bunch of food and I'll bring like a big cooler or something so it's just easy to carry it in. This is a container of those little mandarins that are easy to peel. So I'll keep this at work for the whole week. And so there's, like 8 or so in there, maybe 9. So I'll have, 1 to 2 a day and it's good to go. I don't have to remember it every single day. I also keep a jar of peanut butter in a drawer, which is great. You can do creamy, you could do almond butter, you could do sunflower butter, whatever you like. And you can put that on an apple. You can just eat it with a spoon if you're really hungry. Putting it on a banana is great. So just thinking of things that you can bring in at the beginning of the week that will make your life easier. If you can spend a little bit of time when you have some downtime and kind of make things in bulk, like I said, doing it in the container or the big one or getting your individual containers all together, that prep work ahead will save you for the rest of the week as the week kind of gets crazy. So let me know if there's anything else that you guys do. I know some of you really do some pretty awesome, elaborate meal planning and organizing, which is pretty awesome. But there's all different things that you can do. This is just what I like to do and helps keep my life kind of somewhat organized and running smoothly so that I'm not grabbing, the snacks and cookies and cakes that are always at the nurse's station or grabbing chips at the vending machine, that kind of stuff. So there you go.